Hi everyone, Edward Zula here. I hope you're having a good day. Um, this is a spontaneous post in response to a couple of messages I received about receiving signs and signals from our loved ones on the other side. This specifically deals with the phenomenon of wildlife. And I've probably have mentioned before that there are many ways we get signs and signals from our loved ones on the other side. I've talked about the electricity, playing with the way lights will flicker and, different electrical phenomenon will occur. Everything from cell phones to TV sets to anything that depends on some source of power. And this is usually because the spirit, which is energy, is drawing upon the electrical energy that is in those objects in order to manifest, in order to send you a message that they are okay and they are in spirit. The other thing I've talked about is physical things, where pictures will fall over, or I've even talked about things disappearing and reappearing, but I haven't addressed specifically the creatures around us, and I mean the typical things are dragonflies, butterflies, squirrels, cardinals, I mean just about everything, hummingbirds, and in some cases, deer, really, really big deer. So I think the important thing to understand about these messages that are coming to us, when that dragonfly lands right on our windshield as we're getting ready to pull out, or when that butterfly comes and sits right next to us when we're outside, perhaps just enjoying the day and reading, when that squirrel stops and looks at you intently and spends a moment before scurrying off, or when that cardinal lands on your bird feeder and is looking right in your window at you. Now, all of these things are striking. One of the reasons they're striking is that we do not really pay enough attention to the wildlife around us. That is one of our faults. We are so busy with everything else we're doing that we're not really in tune. I hit the microphone. I hope it's okay. I hope the sound is all right. We're not really completely in tune. Some of us are really lucky and are able to live in very natural environments. Some people, like my friend Sarah and others, live around horses and nature, and Nancy lives near a river, and so it's easier for them to be in tune with nature. So that's why when these things happen to us, like butterflies or dragonflies or squirrels or cardinals, they can really get our attention, because it's a way of kind of intruding into our consciousness and saying, hey, I'm here. Hello. The most important thing to remember is that if you have that experience with the dragonfly, or that visitation from the squirrel, or that unexpected, flurry of butterflies around your head, what you have to pay attention to is what you feel when that happens. If a loved one is the first thing that comes up for you, you got it. It's a message from your loved one. It's about the consciousness and the energy. It doesn't mean that every squirrel that's running through your yard or every butterfly that flies over your head is a message. It's those times when something happens, whether it be with critters or music suddenly coming on or somebody saying something particularly uncanny. It's when you have that sparkle that happens in your brain and you recognize, this is from Uncle Joe. This is my grandpa. This is my mom. My response is always the same, which is hello and thank you. Hello and thank you. Yesterday, something happened to me. It was and I know that Spirit does not like, why is my mustache so itchy today? I think it's time to go. Gotta take it off. Spirit does not particularly like us or encourage us to pay much attention to the day that they departed. They want other things celebrated. They want the happy occasions celebrated. Their birthdays. They like to be remembered on their birthdays, and they like to be remembered, at Christmas and at Hanukkah and at Kwanzaa and all these different holidays that the families celebrate, and not on the date that they passed. That should not become a heavy day. I understand that in some cultures, it is, traditional to honor them. That's different. Honoring someone's passing is different than going into grief again. There is a difference, and I hope you see the difference. Honoring someone the way I do when I go outside and on the date of my mom's passing, I put a ribbon around her tree, a yellow ribbon. Yellow means, you are remembered. But yesterday what happened to me was, it was the anniversary of a passing of one of my friends. And I didn't remember when I got up. It wasn't something that was on my mind. To tell you the truth, the days all kind of blur together for me. I have to look at a calendar to know whether it's the 27th, 28th, 29th. I'm always having to check. Thank goodness for my phone calendar. That's the one I'm talking about. But this was the anniversary of my friend's passing, and it was more than 30 years ago. And I have a tree in my backyard. I have a number of trees in my backyard that are specifically my gifts in memory of loved ones. My backyard has trees with name tags on them to help me remember which trees are which, but I do know, my heart tells me which tree belongs to which person, but I do have tags on the trees. And I was walking my pup in the backyard under this particular tree, and it was a very peaceful moment, and all of a sudden there were two birds on a branch right above my head on this tree squabbling, and leaves were flying, and they were just at each other and making noise, and it was shocking to me, and I kind of looked up, and in the middle of what was going on, and I was like, hey, you guys. And then when I looked up, I saw the tag with his name on it. They were right close to the tag on the tree with his name on it. That sucker was saying hello on the anniversary of his death. And we used to bicker like that. We used to quarrel like that. So there's something kind of funny about that particular instance. But I've heard so many beautiful stories of people being visited by as I said, everything from dragonflies. I also mentioned the movie called Dragonfly with Kevin Costner. If you haven't had an opportunity to see that, I really encourage you, because it's an extremely powerful film, and whoever wrote that was really very, very tuned in. But dragonflies are a very common sign. Frogs, toads, animals showing up at your door, that want to be cared for, that don't have a home, and they're looking for a home. I mean, we do have to ask ourselves, are we looking for companionship now? Are we feeling lonely, and is this animal a gift to us? Is this kitty or this pup a gift to us to help us with our sadness or our grief or our loneliness, or is it coming to us at the right time for some reason? And is it coming from spirit? Well, that's happened to me twice in my life, and it's a beautiful thing. So I would love to hear your stories. Please, 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 please share your stories of, your recognizing. Kim, you have so many stories. Thank you and bless you for sharing your stories with me, and for going into so much detail. They're really amazing. I know you're up in Newfoundland now. I know you're watching, though, and your stories are wonderful, but it's really important that we recognize that the things that we're getting are signs from our loved ones. So, I haven't told you the story about the deer yet, but there's a tremendous story about a deer that is incredibly special. So please, below in the comments section, share your experiences with the rest of the viewers and with me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm so short of just getting 100 subscribers, and I want to give things away. I have stuff to give away. I have tarot decks, and I have all kinds of goodies that I would like to share. I'm going to start having drawings. So please take care of yourself. Wash your hands, social distance. Wear your mask until we're told we don't have to anymore. Be safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. And leave me your comments. Bye.